All right, let me see. Cool. Still going there. So I'm going to talk about artists that have been really inspiring me lately. I think that's a fun topic because, well, my channel is primarily about music. So one second while I grab my iPad here. Let me get the stream up so I can see your comments. And in the process of doing this, if you would like to talk about artists that you've been listening to, different styles. I think that's a good platform to have. Keep it all about music, which is what I am here for. So, Brimmer and McCoy, this is their latest release called Cosmos. Um, and they are from Denmark, and I really, really love their music. So much that I bought 3 albums, vinyls. When I don't buy vinyls for people unless I'm just really enjoying your music and I have to like it. Like, I mean, all of it, not like one or two songs. But this is a group that I am just like, yeah, I don't know. It's just so refreshing to listen to. And it's very much, they call, I know they term it slow music because that's what they kind of make. But it's ambient, it's cinematic, it's a little bit of everything. It's jazz mixed in here too. A lot of jazz. And what's cool is they play pretty much the keys as well as the upright bass. So one of the guys on bass, the other's on the keys. And they record into a through a mixer into a tape deck, a real tape deck, which is kind of cool because you don't see that much these days. We put emulators, most of us that can't afford a tape deck will use emulators on our music to kind of simulate, or I should say, kind of emulate the cassettes and the stuff like that. But they actually use um, a cassette deck. Now this says sold out. I ended up buying this one on eBay from a seller just because I couldn't get it here. Even though it's weird, it says it's right here. This is like a limited edition. The regular edition is available. I should have just bought it here. I don't know what made me go to eBay to do it, but when I saw they were out of this, I didn't notice that it was here. Otherwise, I would have bought it here. But I bought the other two from here. Um, and their prices are reasonable in my opinion, though it is um shipping on these is a bit higher. I wish they would let you combine the shipping, like buy them all three and then combine it so it's a little bit cheaper, but that's not that big of a deal. It's cool that you get to support the artists. So I like this. I like finding artists that are from places that I've never been. Wouldn't mind going there to visit if I could. And just supporting artists like this that aren't like super popular on the radio type stuff. Those people on the radio make tons of money because they're getting massive amounts of support. So I like the idea of supporting artists that aren't super popular. And then if they ever get popular, then you could say, hey, you were one of the top people to produce, or not produce them, wish you could, one of the top people to support them. So this is one of the groups that I'm interested in a lot. The other one goes, they're another duo of guys, Trig and Gassette. I have one of their vinyls, their recent Event Horizon. I bought that one. This is for a video game they did the soundtrack for. And then, of course, this was the album that introduced me to them, which is their first one, Legacy of the Witty. And it kind of sparked my interest into doing ambient cinematic music. And then some of these are singles. I think these three are singles or four. Then Black Ocean. Here, let's open this one because I think this is just a single. Yeah. So then Black Ocean came out and it's really good too. Great album. You can buy it on regular compact disc. I don't think they have any more vinyls for this one. The vinyls are always limited, so you have to get them like immediately. This one has a vinyl, I think, unless they sold out. I don't know. They sold out. But I like this album too. Never played the video game. Don't really care if I do. but I love their music. So they're kind of slow jazz, atmospheric, electronic slash. Some people call it like doom jazz, dark jazz. Um, when I hear dark jazz, I think cinematic jazz. So it's got, very moody and emotional type jazz. I don't know why that music just appeals to me so much, but it does. Um, so yeah, the Event Horizon is still available. It looks like they have this single here, The Way In, and then yeah, there's no more vinyls. So if you find there are other vinyls, you got to get it from eBay or somebody else that maybe is selling it. But either way, very good albums. I listened to most of their stuff on. Oh, I was listening on Spotify a lot, and then I'd have it on repeat. But then I've been lately just wanting to use Bandcamp because I just like the idea. Well, first of all, they're local to me. They're in Oakland, California, so it's kind of cool that they're local. Been by their company quite a bit, where it sits. Well, at least to go to a show, I've been by it, not actually visiting in there. Um, and then the other thing is, I put my music on here, and when you guys buy it on here, you support me as an artist, and the money they get a little pension off of it, a little something, but the majority of the money goes towards me. So it's kind of nice to have that. And I've put my music on Spotify before, and what I found was nobody goes there to listen to it unless you have Spotify. And then most of the time, like I feel like Spotify just only is focused on big artists. So I don't really care for that. You can find anything on there. I use it, but it's just for the big artists, the well-known popular stuff. Now they have their music on Spotify, by the way. It's on there. You can listen to all of this. But I just like going to Bandcamp. I don't know. And they don't pay me. I just enjoy it. So that is two of the artists. Let me show you one more. Let me show you this other thing that I like to do, which is go to search, and I'll go to through these, go browse. I have mine set up to where I can find the artist that I want pretty good. But I go to jazz, and then usually with jazz, what I'll do is I'll start looking down here for different types of jazz that you can get into. And I like free jazz a lot. So this is a good area to search. Um, Improv, you can put that in there. Avant-garde is another one. So you can see how I'm putting in these to narrow down the categories. Um, that's pretty much what I like to do. Sometimes I'll put spiritual jazz in there, I think is in here somewhere. They have so many categories that people make up stuff too. And but anyway, here's some of the jazz albums that are available. So I'll just literally go through here like I'm at a record store and start listening. And they have a play button here for each one. So I'll go through and just find artists that I've never heard of. And I don't even care what the album cover looks like or any of that. I just kind of search through it to see. You can look up whatever one on here appeals to you personally. I mean, that's pretty much what you're doing. But it's just like being at a record store. And then what's cool is down here, you can see if they have like a vinyl. So you can say, I only want to see people with an actual vinyl. There's not a lot, unfortunately. Let's remove and go back to all categories. I'm going to take free jazz out, take all this out. Okay. And then you can get more selections here. Oh, let me show you the other artist that I kind of enjoy. I had his vinyl. Sadly, I got rid of it at the time. I thought I wasn't going to be listening to vinyls much anymore. So I kind of got rid of it. And I'm kind of down that I even did that. I should have just kept the thing. But I think he's kind of in the jazz ambient world. Let me see. He's a drummer and he's kind of getting popular. Still somewhat, I would say, underground, but kind of popular. I don't think he would be under Fusion. But if you go to ambient and then you do like let's see, like jazz, I think he should pop. I guess I could just search it up, but I always forget what his first name is for some reason. And then it's funny because I see his music all the time, but then when I'm not looking for it is when I can't find it. But anyway, I've done a video. I think I showed his album that I collected it before. But I'll tell you about another person while I'm thinking of this other person's name. And he's a famous producer for that produces soundtracks that I like. Oh wait, we don't need all this. Oops, I should have left that there. You know, Morricone, I think is how you pronounce his last name. I'm saying it wrong. Um, and pardon me for doing that, but he makes a lot of soundtrack stuff for movies, and I really like his sound. So let's see if we can go soundtrack maybe. Some of this stuff I don't know what this is, but occasionally I can find his stuff on here. It'll be like I'm probably spelling his name wrong. Let's just see if we search for his name, take his first name off, if his last name populates. Hey, Panda, what's up? Good to see you. Anyway, I can find his stuff on YouTube and I'll show you what I think he has two N's in his name. I'm not gonna play it because I don't want it. There we go. Yes, two N's. That's why I'm not seeing it. Hold on, let me go back. So Italian and famous for a ton of different movies. Here we go. Really cool. If you're into sampling, you gotta check him out. I mean, he's just worth. It's this stuff is good. I try not to pay attention to the movies because I don't watch any of these movies. To be honest with you, I just listen to the score for the movie. Some of these covers can be real risque. I'm not really and weird too. Some of them. I'm not even gonna get into that. But not knowing anything about these movies, just listening to the soundtracks, they're actually pretty cool. So I used to own one. I found it in a store. I don't even see it on here though. But I used to have one of the records. But his stuff is really good. If you want some cool music to sample to get inspired by, I love this stuff. He has some orchestral stuff. Some stuff is like western sounding, but definitely fun to sample him as an artist. I'm going to try to find this other drummer. I don't know why I want to say he's a Latin drummer, but he does like jazz music. Let me see. It's like it's called Black Classical. Like, yeah, Yusuf. There we go. Lord, I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. Let me go over here. Yusuf. So the Yusuf, I think it's Deus. This album from the Mount Fuji is really good. He has some other ones too. I was trying to see if I could just find his everything that he's put out. This one's good too. If you get a chance to. Oops, I did not mean to play that. Well, good thing I didn't play it too long, right? It'll start. Yusuf Kamal. It's two people. It's Yusuf and another guy named Kamal. It's sold out. It looks like here. The downloads are not even available. That's crazy. You can still listen to these ones with this, or you can listen to him on Spotify, or you can listen to him on um, what's the other thing? On YouTube. Wherever you listen to music, you should better find Yusuf. really cool drummer from the UK, um, and percussionist, and just music is incredible. So yeah, in the comments, if you want to comment on what you are listening to right now, feel free. I'd like to hear it. You might introduce me to somebody new that I didn't know, so I'm down for that. Um, this is the one right here that I have or had, and looks like you can still buy the vinyl here. Well, I thought you could. Let me see. Yeah, it says buy vinyl, 35 euro. Really good vinyl. Um, this is the album called Black Classical Music. Really good album. Like front to back, you could play this thing all the way through. It's like 19 cuts. And I don't know if you guys know who Leon Thomas is, so he's kind of popular right now. But everybody knows Pino Palladino is the famous bass player. His son is on here, Rico or Rocco, I should say, Palladino. So check that out if you haven't. He's a really good bass player too, and I like that type of music. Very much jazz mixed in with rock, mixed in with a little bit of everything. So fun, good music. Um, yeah. So what are you listening to right now? If you want to comment in the section, that'd be cool. There's one more. I'm trying to think who else I've been really into. Those are the primary ones. Um, let's get his name off of there. And I just like this record hunting, however you want to term it, in general. If you want vinyl, just click there, and everybody here should have vinyl for sale at least. Um, soundtrack music, ambient music. I always go in here to check out, see what's there, see if there's anything that's inspirational that might move me to find it, find out, and listen. So, yeah, this is kind of where I'm at musically, listening to music and getting inspired, then creating my own thing. Um, and then I'm going to show you guys one more thing, like a technique I've been using that some of you may hate and some of you may love it. So, this is something from music related to give you something other than just listening to people. So perhaps you are a person who is a thinker. I don't know. Some people aren't. They just want to make music. And I've shown you guys in the past that you can, like, how I take a picture or a thought and build albums and songs and whatever from that. So another thing I've been doing that's really fun is, let me click off of here and show you. Now, I'm not saying AI is the way to go, but I'm saying AI can act as a helper, right? So we're going to look at not a website, but using AI to come up with song titles. Now, I can't use every one of these websites because I don't know which ones are safe or not safe. But I use ChatGPT. I think it's fun. It works. I'm just going to pick one at random and see. So AI is name song generator. So I'm not gonna come up with an artist name, but if you type in some cool ideas, you could come up with some crazy names for a song. So um I need that evokes cinematic time is moving faster than life itself. Okay, so just some random and then generate like a song name. Now, I like ChatGPT better um, for this kind of thing personally, but oh, you got to select the genre. See, on this one, you have to select the genre, but I'm not really looking for a genre, but I'll put something in here. like epic. There we go. Oh, they want me to pick more than one? Okay. Let's see. All right. Thought I selected it. Oh, up here. They don't have an ambient, unfortunately, so I can't really select that. Okay, they let me move it over. Let me see if there's anything. Maybe I can go soundtrack. We'll put jazz on there just because I like it. And let's see. And we'll put other. Let's do soundtrack. See if it'll let me put something in there. Most of the ones I use, you don't have to do all this, but all right, generate a name. So here we go. This one is cool and unique. Sorry, I got a call, but let me finish my thought here. This one's interesting because it gives you cover art ideas. Now, usually I go find my own personal, but so here's some names, right? So if you took one of these names and used it to help you to try to come up with an idea or multiple names, you could take a couple of them. So I like this one here, Beyond the Event Horizon. So this is pretty cool. So you could click on that, and then if you want to use this cover art, I wouldn't probably necessarily use it, but I'd come up with my own idea. They can give you some ideas too to help you kind of write. Like here's some color palettes that work for this vibe here. Or if you go with Quantum Abyss, interesting, and then you can create the album. Now I don't like any of this stuff, I'm gonna be honest with you, but you could see where you could use this to kind of help stimulate and form an idea of how you want to. They're trying to charge you for credits. I wouldn't do this, but the goal here is just to get an idea for the name. Find something in here that can get you to create music. So that's what I like to do sometimes is describe what I'm feeling or what I want the song to feel like, and then ask for it to create a name of some sort. So really cool. Again, AI is has its use case. It is a tool. How you choose to use it, well, that's up to you. I don't want to use AI to make my music, but I don't mind using AI to help me to create an idea or get me sparked to get an idea of where I'm headed musically. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I'll see you on the next one, and I'm out.